I'll talk about it, but you're gonna have to blank out my face. Okay? I don't know. At a certain point, like, what we kind of learn about ourselves as drug addicts and alcoholics is, like, before we even pick up the drugs and alcohol, it's like, it becomes about, like, emotional intoxication more than anything. Like, at an early age, like, I was very paralyzed by fear. 4 days after I start using, I'm homeless again. I ended up living with a guy that I met in prison, working for him. He's a dope dealer. I love dope dealers. Dope dealers love me, because I'll do anything. Anything. I'll put a life sentence worth of crack cocaine in the trunk of my Jeep and drive you all around town for 50 bags of heroin every day. And I had a pretty decent plumbing job, and I was spending all my money, even after that. Like, it's never enough. Like, we think, like, if we can only get, like, this set up, it'll be enough. I f***ed that up. I ripped him off eventually. Like, it's never enough. The day will come where I just need more. And what you're doing for me isn't enough, so I'm gonna cut you out, you know? And that's kind of exactly what happened again. I could give you this romantic story about, like, how, like, oh, like, I put heroin and Xanax into my body, and, like, it just didn't happen for me anymore, you know? Like, that was the case after 2 weeks. I was out for 8 months. I wanted to kill myself every day. I wanted to die every day. I wanted a cop to shoot me every day. Every day I had that in my trunk, I was like, if we get pulled over, he ain't going down. Hopefully they kill me too. Every day, but I just couldn't stop the Groundhog Day of every day just using. Like, I needed it. Even after it stopped working, and how confused I was that it wasn't working anymore, and, like, I still needed it. It wasn't until, like, I really just like burned every bridge again and just had no way to get high. I was just tired, you know? Again, like, I still think, like, this is about enhancing my life and making me more effective as, like, a sober person and, like, being happy. And then you're like, no. Like, I continue to understand my suffering and my pain and my harms caused and, like, all of the things that, like, I want to be free from. Because the more I understand mine, the more I can understand other people's. So that's where effectiveness in helping others comes, and that's the 12th step, you know. There's A and B to the 12th step. A lot of people think the 12th step's just like, oh, I'm going to sponsor this guy. You know what I mean? And that's it. Like, I just got to be a sponsor. You know, I just got to, like, call people. I just got to show up. It's practice these principles in all of our affairs. So all the spiritual principles I practice, I need to practice at work. I need to practice with my family. I need to practice with the girl. I need to practice with everyone. Because who's going to want help from a straight up? Nobody. Nobody's going to be like, oh, you know what? Like, I know this guy got sober in CA. He's a complete asshole, but you should go with him. No, it's like, I need to be, like, a good person because, like, I need to be a good example because people are dying and they need to, like, try and get sober. And I need to be that, you know. I was even granted the opportunity to help people in the amends process. You know, people find out you're doing the right thing, like, and they know what you were like. And they got somebody else in their life like that, they usually kick them to you, you know. They're like, oh, I wish A and B was doing this, you know? And that's the whole point. That's the whole, is just helping other people. No matter what spiritual principles you, like, follow, it always ends with that. No matter where you look, it's an inherent truth of the collective conscious. It's like, once you really boil it down, it's like, help other people out. Like, stop thinking about yourself. Find the God in others and you'll find the God in yourself. If you forgive, you'll be forgiven. If you love, you'll be loved. And be careful what you ask for. Because when I ask for things like love, God just, I end up just having sick people in my life that I gotta help. If I ask for forgiveness, I usually go through something that's unforgivable in my eyes. And then I have to practice it in order to receive it. You know, you get what you give. And everything you judge is in the mirror. But anyway. So effectiveness in helping others, and that's what I try and do today. You know, that's my life today. On a daily basis, I just try to help other people. Like if I'm going through something that's fucking awful, I try to help other people. That's it. Like, in an hour, I will be at a treatment center that I went to for an H&I commitment. And I do that every Sunday. Every fucking Sunday, I go there. Like clockwork. For the past almost 2 years. Well, year and a half. I've been doing that. Like, that's the important thing today. And it's not a hassle. You know what I mean? It's not like something I have to do. It's something that I get to do. And that's only because of like an extreme psychic change brought about by the step work and other spiritual practices outside of that to continue to grow. And like that's what's necessary in my personal belief, in my personal experience. Like that's what's necessary. Because I came in here an arrogant head who would only do stuff to make himself feel better and to get that warmth, you know, that escape from myself. Whether it was drugs or alcohol, or a woman, or any of that. Like, that's what I found comfort in. And now today, like, I can honestly tell you, like, I sit with myself at 15 minutes every morning. And I just chill with myself, and that was impossible when I came in. And it's like the small miracles like that on a daily basis that, like, make this all worth it. Like, I can just sit there and, like, let the world go around the sun and, like, hear the birds chirp and, like, let tide go, and like I don't gotta control anything. The world's doing fine without me, and I'm okay with that because I'm not afraid anymore.